Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. So I have a story to tell you in this video, and basically the story goes that I had a different video planned for today, and I literally had everything figured out. I have the rest of my videos planned for the rest of the year, so all I had to do was literally just upload the videos. And I decided yesterday afternoon to make sure that everything was okay for today's video, just to make sure that I actually did the voiceover, because I know myself and I know half of the videos I have don't have voiceovers, so I wanted to check that, and I clicked on the folder to see that not only wasn't there a voiceover, but it wasn't edited and I didn't actually finish the build. There was absolutely no furniture in the build. So I panicked and I didn't know where to find this build. I didn't know which save it was in. I didn't know if I deleted that save because I was cleaning out my save files. So my bright idea was, okay, let me do an entire build from scratch. And I did. I did this entire build last night. I only went to bed at 5 in the morning because I recorded until 2:30 a.m. I edited until a little bit past 5, and by the time I went to bed, there was a faint light shining through my curtains. So I literally stayed up all night to make sure that I had a video for today. And I really debated just not putting a video up today, but I couldn't. This 12 days of Simsmas means so much to me, and it's a really weird way because I don't have to do these builds, but the 12 days of Simsmas is literally something to stick to, and I feel like if I would have skipped a day, or if I would have went off schedule, then I would have been really hard on myself. So I was like, you know what, let me just do a very small, quick build. And this ended up happening. I ended up spending hours on this build, and I decided, you know what, I want to build a spa because I now have the spa day pack, and I actually did another spa build already, but that is a bigger build, and I'm still busy editing. I still need to do a few final details and everything. I don't think it'll be up this year, and there's only 3 days left of the year. But it won't be up this year. It'll probably be up sometime next year when I finish doing the build. But I decided, you know what, let me do a smaller spa build. And that's what I decided to do. So this is kind of like a multi-level spa build. On each floor, there's a room with different types of spa goodies. On the top floor, we have the sauna. So there are 2 spaces where you can go and relax in the sauna. On the second last floor, I believe that's where you have the massage tables. On the second floor, which is this floor, you have that area. I don't know what you call that equipment, but you can sit down, you can get hand massages, feet massages, whatever. And on the bottom floor is kind of where you can get your mud baths and everything, and that also leads into the bathrooms, which are underground. So each room has a very similar style. There is a lot of columns in the build. It is kind of a very open space where either there is no window and it's just, you can literally see outside, and the only thing stopping you from actually walking off of the room is just a little fence, or the other walls are kind of surrounded by glass windows. And I just wanted it to kind of feel kind of bringing the outdoors indoors. I feel like nature is a very relaxing thing for most people, so I decided to try and incorporate that as much as possible, but I still wanted to have a room. I don't know how much equipment The Sims can actually use. For the spa equipment that is more personal, I don't think you would be able to use if the room isn't complete. And I do believe where you can get mud baths and mud soaks and just a bunch of different relaxing soaks and everything, on that floor we do try and separate the bathtubs, because I'm pretty sure it's a thing where you can't have a mud soak. It's not an enclosed room. So I think I try and enclose that, but it's full of glass so somebody can easily see. This is just one of those things where it's pure sim logic, because you can clearly still see the sim even though it says that it's in the closed room. I don't know. So I think I tried to do that. I don't know if it actually worked. I did take my Sims to this lot to get the screenshots and everything, but I didn't taste anything. I just took the screenshots and I was like, okay, it's 5 a.m. I need to go to bed. And I was going to do the voiceover this morning as well, but I just decided against it because my voice was even worse than it is now, believe it or not. And I was just so tired and so cranky. I knew that I was just going to complain the whole time, so I just decided to go straight to bed. And I had so much to do today, so I was just very stressed out. And I think it's very ironic that not having a video for today put me in such a stressful state, so I decided to build a mini spa thing. That is some deep psychology right there. So I think it's very interesting that I decided to do that. And I do actually love this build. Like I said, this was supposed to be like a quick, small build. I kind of had like this image flash into my mind. And I'm like, okay, let me try and recreate that in The Sims 4. And when I started building, I just couldn't stop. And I spent hours on it. It was supposed to be a simple build, but if you know me, nothing is ever simple. So even though these rooms look fairly simple, and they are very simple rooms, we're going to be doing a lot of landscaping. And I think the landscaping is where a lot of my time went to. I think probably 30 minutes alone just went on the landscaping. And of course, I sped it up, I edited it down, so you wouldn't see every single thing that I did. I do often like make mistakes, so I do change my mind and I decide to edit out those parts. So you don't only see the entire decision making process, because I can literally spend like 10 minutes trying to pick out a couch. You know, sometimes it is so bad how long I take, so I just need to edit it out because I'm not going to commentate over 10 minutes worth of footage that isn't needed. So in my mind, the less footage there is, the less time I need to do my voiceover, which really helps because my voice gets really sore. I decided to put the bathrooms underground. One reason was because there wasn't enough space to put another room anywhere. There wasn't enough space to incorporate this whole bathroom area on that first floor where the mud soaks are, and also I wanted some type of separation. So I wanted an area where you can kind of relax, which is the day spa, and that would be above ground. And then you get like the bathrooms where you can change your clothes, lock away your goods, take a shower, whatever, and that would kind of be downstairs. I also think I reached the maximum level of rooms that you can have on a lot, because I tried doing this roof feature, but I tried using like a foundation tool to do the roof because I just found it kind of easier to do that, and it said that I can place another roof there. So I don't remember. I couldn't remember if the maximum level height was 3 rooms or 4 rooms, but I remember they updated it to make it a bit bigger. So I'm assuming it was 3 levels and then they updated it to 4 levels, and that's why I managed to get 4 levels. But yeah, I do think we go to like the maximum build height in this video. We don't go to like the maximum bottom, I don't know what you call that area, but we don't go like down a lot of layers. We just go down the 1 layer for this bathroom, and then we have the 4 rooms that are upstairs, and you kind of use those stairs that you go upstairs. For the bathrooms, there's nothing really special. I kind of experimented a lot for where I wanted the different equipment to go and everything. There was a time where I had it one way and I was like, yes, this is definitely how I'm going to have it, and a lot of things just didn't really fit. It is a very awkward shape, and the main reason for the awkward shape is because I didn't have enough space on the one side. Like, I reached the lot boundaries, so I didn't want it to be unequal because that would just like really frustrate me and really annoy me. So I had to make it equal on both sides, so then I ended up with a weird shape. But I do think I was able to make the shape work in the end, so that's something that I really liked. It was just really weird trying to get objects into like little nooks and everything. And for the rooms, I was going to do like a pattern on the roof looking into the spa buildings, but then I decided, you know what, I haven't used glass roofs as much as I possibly could. Like, I use them all the time, but it doesn't always make sense the way I use them in my own personal builds that I haven't done speed builds on. I always use glass roofs for like the houses that I have for my Sims, and it doesn't always make sense. Like, it looks really awkward. So I decided to put glass roofs into this build just because I feel like this is a really good place to have it. Like, if it's a spa day, you want to relax, most of the equipment you can like sit down and look up, whether you're in the bathtub getting a soak, or whether you're getting your nails done or your feet massaged or anything like that. I think the only thing where you can't really look up is if you're on the massage table. But if you're like sitting down, you can either look outside into nature that's literally can come in because there's like an open gap where you can look outside the window to nature, or you can look up to nature. So I decided that was a pretty good thing for this spa build. We are also going to add in a bunch of columns, and when I started doing this, the main thing that I wanted was not to have a lot of columns, because I feel like having too many columns would feel very claustrophobic. But the more columns I started adding in, the more I was looking at this build and I'm like, okay, this will definitely collapse if there isn't at least a column here. And I'll put a column there. I'm like, well, then this side's going to collapse. So I put more columns there. So there's actually quite a lot of columns, but I think it works out fairly okay in the end. It doesn't really look too bad. And realistically, I'm pretty sure this whole build would come crashing down in a heartbeat. But I'm so glad this is The Sims and that can't actually happen. the columns add in some support, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be able to support like a whole room. I think the top floor, the very top floor, only has like 2 support beams, and the one side of the room isn't supported at all. And I just didn't want columns to go through the tree, so I decided, you know what, let's pretend like the tree is holding it up. It's The Sims. You can make your dreams happen. You can just play around with your imagination. You can believe what you want to believe. So that's what I decided to do. We are working on just the exterior, and like I said in the beginning, was supposed to be a very simple build. Didn't turn out that way because I already had this somewhat strong nature theme going on with all of the windows and all of the open spaces and the glass roof. So I'm like, okay, let me make this look pretty. And I tried to add in as many pathways as I could so that there was very minimal landscaping that I had to do, but then there was still like a lot of awkward spaces, so I had to do a lot more landscaping, and I think it actually looks very pretty. I don't mind having to spend as much time as I did on this build because I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Considering that this was a really last minute decision, I think it turned out pretty well and I'm very happy with it. So even though you have the rooms that have the different spa equipment and everything, there are a few things that are outside so that you can be closer to nature. There's like a bunch of fountains and everywhere. Some of the fountains have different colors, so I feel like that would be very pretty. And you kind of have like this yoga class area outside under a tree, so the only shade they get is from a tree. And you do actually have yoga classes there because there's like a special item if you don't play The Sims 4, if you don't have the pack, if you don't really get why some mats you can have classes and other you can't. The one mat has like a footprint, and if you put other mats in that footprint, then there will be like a yoga class type of thing. So they do actually have yoga classes under that tree. Like I said, I didn't test all of the mats, but when I went to that lot with my sim to take the screenshots, then I got a notification saying, hey, the yoga class will start soon. And there's also some random patches of like just some stone and everything where I decided to put the meditation stool over there so that you could also like meditate outside in nature, surrounded by water and plants and everything that was just all good in the earth. And that is the whole build. We are just going into the screenshots right now. I'm really happy with the way this build turned out, especially because it was so last minute. So if you like this build, please remember to hit that like button and comment down below for which build you'd like to see me do next. I will have my social medias linked down below as well as my origin ID if you want to give me a follow, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!